Well, hello there, Scorpio. Welcome on into your general monthly reading for the month of November. We are starting off with an overall nature oracle pre-pulled, being the cicada card talking about voice. So, the month of November for you, Scorpio, is going to be a time where you're meant to be speaking your individual word, getting your Scorpion voice out there to the point of making change, to the point of people trusting you more, to the point where you trust yourself, your intuition, and your voice otherwise more than ever. And then we also have healing underneath the card, because I really feel that it's a period for you where getting your voice out there, using it, trusting it more, even maybe your spiritual voice being, spirits who work through you and get their voice out, via you. Anyways, but regardless, getting your voice out there and whatnot is going to even heal you, but it's meant to mainly heal other people, okay? I really feel a lot of thank yous coming through, a lot of I appreciate you, we appreciate you. Some of you are predictive in nature, or at the very least are using your intuition when speaking your voice to the point of, I'm getting the word accuracy, okay? To the point where people are saying things like spot on. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are meant to more than ever become a reader. But I do see either way it being a time where Mother Nature wants to show up, okay? Or it could be more so that Spirit wants you to more than ever use Mother Nature's beauty and unique factors to your advantage. By, say, in a moment where if you get caught up in your head, or you have a lot going on, or maybe the energy is just not feeling lovely where you're working or living or visiting, get out if you can and walk in Mother Nature. Find yourself going on a little bit of an adventure in the outdoors, and you may even find all of these synchronicities popping up from spirits. You find it hard to be up in your head, or you just are, no longer lingering, is what I'm hearing, on what you can't fix or what already happened or didn't happen. And you find yourself really kind of locked in, maybe even lost a bit, purposely in Mother Nature's unique beauty, okay? But let's move on to pull some tarot. For Scorpio, you're going to be experiencing some stiff energy, all right? And I don't want to list off certain potentials as to where that'll be, but I do see, regardless of the location for you in the moment, it's somebody else's energy. Obviously could be partially fully spiritual energy, but I guarantee it's someone you're working with or living with. It could be even somebody you're wrapped up with otherwise in the moment. But it's someone, at least it's at least one other person's energy in your physical midst. But let's pull a couple tarot. There's also going to be a big focus throughout November on your comfort and lack thereof, which, if you're not feeling comfortable in the moment, and again, it could be because of energy, it could be, so many different things playing into it. Don't sit in that discomfort, Scorpio, okay? I feel like sometimes you don't want to F something up, or you don't want to shake the boat, or rock the boat is better wording. But whatever the reasoning is, we need you to, not just when it comes to where you're sitting or what you're doing, if there's discomfort in any way, shape, or form, even a small amount, if you can do something about it, then do something about it, right? And knowing where your control lies in regards to it is key. It's to say you can't control that other person's energy, but you can control where you are, You can't control the way the energy is affecting you negatively in the moment, but the way you're sitting because of it, or the way you were sitting otherwise, that can be changed. That's within your control. You know what I mean? So yeah, if there's discomfort, adjust it. But for Scorpio, to continue, you might be feeling a bit stuck in certain ways, or at least with one or two areas of your life. And then they're saying like that towards the third week of the month or so, the energy with that situation or two, or that area or two that's been feeling stuck, it starts to loosen up, okay? Things start to flow, as a card had shot out of the deck. Anyways, the Two of Swords here is giving me, go ahead and shoot your shot, okay? I feel, if there's somebody you want to ask out or re-ask out, invite somewhere, if you want to spark a new friendship, if you want to apply to that new job, or reach out to that potential new living spot. Give it a go, I feel like with that exact wording right there, being purposeful, right? You're going to intuitively feel in the moment, and you might have already multiple times felt this about that opportunity. You're going to feel whether it's right or not, and there's more of a sense of you feeling when something's right rather than feeling when all of these potentials are wrong for you. And so it starts to be easier to hone in on and trust and utilize, act upon those positive intuitive hits when you're feeling that something's going to be something you should give your shot towards, Weird wording, but you get the point. Now, there's also a feeling of you being pushed to keep your mind, your vision, your heart and soul on the target board at hand or at a distance. It's to say that some of you are looking at your path ahead, and I'm getting a vision of several target boards, as if you were to do like bow and arrow like this. And it's not just a straight line up ahead of those target boards, but they're scattered, kind of like a computer game or something. And they're saying, well, that's your path ahead. There's multiple different targets, and at points moving forward, if it doesn't work for you or you no longer want to go for that target, we're removing that target board. There's plenty of other ones, and they're saying, even if it feels a bit further out, when you're meant to shoot that arrow towards that target board, it'll easily hit the center of it, okay? And at certain points when you aim for something, a target board, and you hit a little bit outside of the center or whatever the case may be, there's even great purpose in regards to that. Beautiful. But it's to say that you're going to be feeling things accurately on so many levels, but you don't always see it, okay? And so it really is a month for you as you regain or gain trust in your individual voice and even your spirituality. You start to feel an immense amount of growth with you and your intuition, okay? Especially the trust there, or lack thereof, which. There are going to be a lot of songs popping up. Right before I moved over here to do your reading, I started singing Take Me Out to a Ballpark, so that might be significant for you. And then there was another song I was singing as I was setting myself up here. But then now I'm getting randomly, Scorpio, you're going to see flags of importance, whether it's to do with where you're living, a team or something that you support, could be symbolic otherwise. But then, there may be certain flags that pop up for a brand of importance. Don't judge the communicator here, for I am just getting the message out that needs to be expressed. It needs to be heard. And again, I feel like that was very key wording. But just as much as Mother Nature will be playing into your month at certain points, I'm getting bugs, maybe even small animals, but you're also going to be very vivid in your dream state. You may want to hop over and watch Aquarius's reading, while I kind of felt the need to remind them to hop over here as well. But it feels like you're going to be vividly dreaming about animals. I'm getting specifically somebody's going to have a very clear dream about a small bunny rabbit, but then you're experiencing it bigger. Okay? It's to say that, things can get out of hand in the way you experience them, but something adorable, comforting, and that represents fertility and other forms of abundance, that can be bigger for you. You know what I mean? I feel like they're saying the positive aspects of your life are more than ever meant to start growing for you, and you're meant to adjust the way you're proceeding, but the way you're perceiving certain things, the way, I want to say, you're approaching this and that of importance. And with certain adjustments that we really feel are going to help you greatly moving forward, it's like things just start to feel more in alignment. Things just start to change otherwise before your very eyes, okay? And so it's like one thing, I want to say, connects to another, but it's more like one thing leads to another, then to another, then to another, and to another. And so everything starts to feel more connected, while I've been feeling kind of disconnected from this and that within my life recently. And so, meaning you. And so as things become more connected and you feel more reconnected, here and there, slowly but surely, it starts to feel like things are just coming together and more than ever falling into place for you. But let's pull one last and final card. The Eight of Pentacles, excuse me, because I really feel that this is going to be a month as well where you want to put in the work, okay? You're watering your garden, if you will, your harvest, and you're going to feel that it's more than ever towards the end of the month time to pick from that harvest. You know, you get to experience the beauty of your efforts, of maybe even your consistency and the adjustments that we've been speaking upon. And it's like your efforts are paying off. You know, you see, you feel, and you can even pick from that abundance in different forms. But either way, they're saying, again, your voice has a lot to do with the abundance that you're creating at this time, okay? So those are your messages for November. I hope they were truly helpful. I am sending you so much love and light. See you in your next read.